Men, cheating women don't just cover their tracks, they work hard to erase every single clue. Female psychology shows that guilt fuels meticulous behavior, making her feel safer while you remain in the dark. Today, I'll expose 5 cheating tricks women use to erase every clue. Before we get into it, hit subscribe and drop a comment if you've ever seen one of these tricks in action. Your story might save another man. Understanding female psychology reveals that evidence elimination becomes obsessive when women engage in affairs because the accumulation of proof creates mounting anxiety about discovery. This isn't casual privacy, it's systematic destruction designed to maintain perfect operational security while facilitating ongoing betrayal. Trick 1. Constantly deleting messages and call logs. The most obvious evidence elimination involves compulsive deletion of communication records immediately after conversations end. Texts, calls, and entire chat histories vanish overnight because accumulated messages create dangerous evidence patterns that could expose affair relationships if discovered during routine phone usage. Female psychology shows that compulsive cleaning stems from anxiety about digital evidence rather than normal phone maintenance. When someone systematically deletes all traces of specific communications while preserving others, strategic evidence management is occurring rather than routine device organization. The psychology behind constant deletion reveals awareness that communication patterns would expose betrayal if examined over time. Phone records that appear artificially clean compared to normal usage indicate systematic elimination rather than natural communication accumulation. Watch for phones that seem unusually empty of normal digital evidence. If message histories consistently lack accumulation despite regular device usage, if call logs appear artificially maintained, or if communication records seem strategically rather than naturally managed, compulsive evidence elimination is occurring. Trick 2. Using apps with disappearing messages. Strategic application selection involves using communication platforms specifically designed to eliminate evidence automatically. Snapchat vanish modes, Instagram disappearing messages, and encrypted messengers create the illusion that compromising communications never existed. The psychology behind disappearing message preference reveals understanding that permanent records create discovery risks over time. By choosing platforms that eliminate evidence automatically, she removes the burden of manual deletion while ensuring no communication traces remain accessible for investigation. Creates the illusion of innocence because non-existent evidence can't expose affair activities. If communications automatically disappear, casual phone examination won't reveal suspicious interaction patterns that would normally indicate romantic involvement with someone outside the primary relationship. Watch for sudden adoption of communication applications that weren't previously part of her digital routine. If new messaging platforms appear without clear necessity, if communication preferences shift toward apps with evidence elimination features, or if platform selection seems strategic rather than convenient, evidence destruction is driving technology. Choices. Trick 3. Carefully controlling her schedule. Precision timing coordination involves managing activities and communications to prevent verification opportunities or timeline cross-referencing that might expose inconsistencies between claimed activities and actual whereabouts during affair-related absences. Female psychology reveals that meticulous planning prevents accidental discovery through schedule verification or timeline analysis. By controlling when and where activities occur, she eliminates opportunities for contradiction or verification that might expose affair coordination with undisclosed partners. Timing errands and trips strategically ensures that verification attempts will find supporting evidence for cover stories rather than contradictory information that might expose deception. Schedule precision prevents timeline gaps that could reveal unaccounted time spent in affair activities. Watch for scheduling that seems artificially rigid or precisely coordinated without clear necessity. If timing appears more important than activity content, if schedule flexibility decreases without corresponding increases in obligations, or if coordination seems strategic rather than practical. Deception protection is driving time management. Trick 4. Destroying physical evidence. Systematic elimination of tangible proof involves removing receipts, deleting location history, hiding gifts, and disposing of any physical items that could connect her to affair partners or activities that would contradict her cover stories about whereabouts and resource allocation. The psychology behind physical evidence destruction reveals understanding that material proof creates verification opportunities for suspicious partners. Receipts, location data, and unexplained possessions provide concrete evidence that's difficult to explain away through verbal manipulation alone. Anything connecting her to undisclosed relationships must be eliminated before discovery creates accountability requirements. Physical evidence carries more credibility than verbal explanations, making elimination essential for maintaining plausible deniability about affair activities and relationship involvement. Watch for possessions that appear and disappear without explanation, location services that seem strategically disabled, or financial evidence that's systematically managed rather than naturally accumulated. If physical evidence patterns seem controlled rather than routine, strategic elimination is occurring. Trick 5. Mixing lies with truth. The most sophisticated evidence elimination involves psychological rather than physical destruction, where factual elements are blended with false narratives to create stories that seem completely believable while hiding crucial deceptive components within apparently honest communication. Female psychology shows that truth-lie blending eliminates suspicion more effectively than pure fabrication, because verifiable elements provide authentication for false aspects. When parts of stories can be confirmed, entire narratives gain credibility that protects hidden deception within apparently honest sharing. Adding real details to false stories makes them unquestionable, because verification opportunities create confidence in overall narrative accuracy. If locations, people, and activities can be confirmed, false elements gain protection through association with truthful components that establish story credibility. Blending fact with fiction erases suspicion by providing verification possibilities that increase story believability. When suspicious minds can confirm story elements, doubt decreases about aspects that can't be verified, creating perfect camouflage for deceptive information within apparently honest communication. Watch for stories that seem designed to convince rather than simply inform. If narratives include verification elements that feel performative, if details seem calculated rather than natural, or if story construction appears strategic rather than spontaneous, truth-lie mixing is managing perception rather than sharing. Authentic experience, deleting messages, using vanishing apps, controlling schedules, destroying physical evidence, and mixing lies with truth. These 5 tricks are how cheating women erase every clue. Understanding these evidence elimination strategies protects you from being systematically deceived by someone using sophisticated techniques to maintain perfect operational security while betraying your trust. The meticulous nature of these approaches indicates deliberate lifestyle choices rather than impulsive behavior.